Creme caramel, or flan, is a custard dessert that has this layer of burnt caramel on top, and it's surrounded by this delicious caramel syrup. This recipe holds a special place in my heart because it was actually the first recipe that I learned how to make when I was only 8 years old. It's really simple, but looks totally impressive. You're gonna need 4 whole eggs, 2 egg yolks, half a cup of sugar, 2.5 cups of half and half, and a teaspoon of vanilla extract. For the caramel, you're gonna need 3/4 cups of sugar and half a cup of water. First, arrange your ramekins on a baking pan. You can use anywhere from 4 to 6 depending on how big your ramekins are. To start, we're gonna cook the caramel. Combine your sugar and water in a small saucepan and simmer it over medium heat, stirring it occasionally until the sugar dissolves. Let it cook until the caramel turns into this rich and amber color. I would say it takes about 20 to 25 minutes, but during the last few minutes, make sure you keep a close eye on it because once it starts to turn a golden color, it's gonna start darkening quick. Now, while it's still hot, carefully pour a little bit of the sugar syrup into each of your ramekins, just enough to coat the bottoms. If the caramel starts to get hard, just gently reheat it. Now, preheat your oven to 300 degrees. In another saucepan, bring the milk and sugar to a simmer on medium heat and gently stir to dissolve the sugar again. This will take 3 to 5 minutes, then let it cool for a bit before you start working on the eggs. Now, in a large bowl, thoroughly whisk the eggs with the yolks. Then slowly whisk in the warm milk and then add in the vanilla. The eggs are going to leave behind these globby, yolky pieces, so we want to strain it out. Strain the mixture through a sieve into a pouring cup. Then fill each of the ramekins near the top. Add some hot water to the roasting pan until it reaches almost halfway up the ramekins, so basically half of the pan. This will provide a little bit of steam and soft heat while you're baking it so it doesn't burn the custard. Cover the entire pan with foil and then bake the custards for about 35 to 40 minutes until they're set but still jiggly. My mom made this dessert for every special occasion. It was basically our version of the birthday cake. Remove the ramekins from the water bath and then let them cool on a rack to room temperature. Then cover it with some plastic wrap and refrigerate it overnight. Now comes the fun part. To serve, pour 2 inches of really hot water into a small bowl. Dip the ramekin into the hot water for about 10 seconds. This is going to help loosen all the caramel sauce up. Then run a thin knife around the edge of the ramekins to loosen the custard. Now take a plate and put it on top of the ramekin and then invert the whole thing. Look at the colors! It's like ombre. Make sure with each bite you get a little bit of the sauce. Enjoy! Bye!